I have a lot
Oh
of
yeah,
open windows.
is all your streaming stuff ready? Should I give you a minute?
No, 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 no. Should I? Was anybody to watch?
No, I mean like your recording
Oh
stuff.
yeah,
Is what
yeah,
I
yeah.
mean.
I'm recording. I'm recording. Okay. Okay. I'm just gonna read it what I got so far. Okay. The session centered around the discovery that two ancient relics were located in the same city. During the investigation, Vasha realized that she had died and somehow returned to life, while the party also learned Tordor's father had been infected with the mind parasite due to Lord Blackthorn putting it in his brain. The fight against Lord Blackthorn quickly escalated as he summoned clones of himself. Um, though I think we figured out only one of them was real, and the other ones could be destroyed due to the first attack being uh, I think it was Vasho, because she ended up turning into an abomination. Uh, that was one we fought in the past in that forest. So yeah. A305 ended up casting a firewall that set the car ablaze and caught Blackthorn in the flames as well. Honestly, I feel like my descriptions aren't as good as yours. I'm so sorry.
That's okay. You don't have to hit every single combat beat, but just like what kind of generally transpired during combat and then afterwards, kind of what y'all resulted in.
I just wrote down everything almost.
But you are correct. It sucks.
Okay, thank you. I would say that I know. I ended up taking away the Luxon from Lord Blackthorn. I ended up pushing it out of his hands. And most of the fights that we had throughout the fight, he did not have it with him. Although he tried to use abilities that he could have used with the Luxon, but he couldn't. He wasn't able to. Um, Basha was mainly helping us fight. Uh, Even though she was not coherent, I did a roll to find out if she was coherent enough to know what she was doing, but it seems she was not. She just was mad that, a Blackthorn.
And there was also another enemy there that you guys were fighting. It was like a mini beholder called what do they call it? A spectator.
But he
I
didn't do
think
much. He didn't do much. Let's be
he
real.
had like the beams. He slowed you guys a few times, I think, and did some other things. But yeah, Vasha and him kind of duked it out.
Vasha was actually pretty strong. And at different points, Blackthorn tried to also infect Tordor. He was trying to he pulled out another parasite to infect Tordor, but I was able to push it out of his hand using Mage Hand as well. And then,
That's right, yeah.
And then I casted Vortex Warped and dropped Vasha on top of Blackthorn. Which he failed the dexterity check to get out of the way, and it smushed him. But he ended up getting out from under Vasha using the legendary action, Misty Step. Yeah, most of my stuff honestly is just stuff that went on in the fight, not actually like story.
Well, and then I think you guys, Tordor was able to talk his father out of his mind control.
Yes.
And then he, yeah.
I actually have that one written down.
So FYI, I'm recording this on Teams.
Okay, cool.
Can I read this? Tordor tried to reach his father mentally and convince him to fight the parasite controlling him. He reminded his father of the memories they shared, learning to sword fight together and practicing fire breath. Tordor's father attempted to resist the parasite, but felt the struggle. Even so, he forced his fingers into his own eyes and ripped the parasite from his head. Tordor and his father then used their fire breath together to burn the parasite where it landed. And then the rest is just more fighting stuff. So sorry.
No, that's basically what we did most of the session was that combat. That was a big turning point.
Yes.
Then you did get the beacon from Lord Blackthorn at some point and almost kept it from him. And then he was eventually able to rip it from your grasp and then teleported or disappeared.
Yes.
Essentially.
And I think I talked Vosh. Did Vosh end up? Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Well, I was going to ask you, and then do you have notes about what happened?
I do not. I didn't get to finish the last of the video.
What was your question about Vasha?
Did she break out of the transformation?
Yeah, I calmed her
Yes.
down.
Yeah, she did, and she transformed back into herself and then immediately passed out. And then does anybody remember what happened directly after that?
Not a month ago, no.
You
Not when EJ
guys-
was supposed to take notes.
Shut up!
Oh, EJ did everything, and you did nothing for one. Don't even.
Ooh, get his ass!
I did nothing. What do you mean I did nothing?
You're useless.
So you guys were surrounded actually fairly quickly. If you remember, you were also in like an abandoned part of town, and then you were quickly surrounded by a bunch of different like soldiers from the mercenary group.
What?
And one of the matron mothers approached you. Does this ringing a bell for anybody?
Yep, it was the spider lady.
Mm-hmm. Her name is Mother Bayenray, and she is the matron mother of like the head noble family in Menso Baranzan, who basically runs the entire city. And also, does anybody remember there was stuff about when Lord Blackthorn was talking to you guys? You remember any of that dialogue he said to you? If not, I can refresh your memories. I know
Yeah,
it's a
he
while.
said that to tell Banray that the deal was off.
Yes.
Good
He also
job,
said that he
Dad.
has
Good
a
job,
layer
Dad.
underneath the
And we have
city.
we need to go to Blingden Stone. Is our next place to go to?
Yes,
ring a bell to anybody?
someone had
Stone?
mentioned that to you. I think Vasha had said that if you guys get out of Menso Baranzan to head to Blingdenstone, that's the city of deep gnomes, which is like the natural enemy between dark elves. So yeah, that happened, and once he disappeared, Mother Bayenray shows up with her posse, kind of takes you guys not as prisoners per se, but you're being guarded and escorted through the city. At that point, it's kind of when it started.
She didn't give us a
Vasha at this
choice.
point, yeah, exactly. You guys didn't really have a choice. I think it was come with us or like be executed or something.
Mhm.
So there was a choice, but there wasn't really.
And
So
we
at
told
this
her about Blackthorn, but we hadn't told her that he said the deal was off yet. So we know that Blackthorn and her were in cahoots at some point.
Correct. So that's exactly right. And so that's exactly where we'll pick up off from, as you guys are currently being walked through the district of Deathcloyme, through the different streets. Before we get too far deep and we kind of really kickstart,
Long
does
rest?
anybody have any question? Does anybody have any questions or clarification questions? I know it's been a while, or want to talk about anything between characters.
So, Torter's dad is still with us, right?
He is.
Okay. And his eye is...
With you.
No, you didn't let me take it.
I don't remember who has his eyeball.
I don't. I tried to.
I don't.
I think
I
he,
don't
I
have-
think Torter does.
I think I ended up getting it, and she said that, and Banray said that she could possibly reattach it.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice. So it's just like you have a bleeding eyeball in your clawed hand. That's pretty.
Are we
Yep.
restrained?
You guys are not currently restrained, no, but there are guards escorting you on either side of you and in front and behind you. And these are the guards of what do they call themselves? Hold on. That mercenary group. The House Bayenray is the house that rules Menso Baranzan. It's the oh gosh. Bragan Daer. That's the name of the mercenary group.
There. That's not the first time we've heard that name.
Exactly. But you recognize their sigil on their garments, and you also notice that they are not wearing house sigils. They're wearing only sigils of Bragan Daer, which says something, and that they are personal escorts of House Bayenray.
So there are we. So who's in the very back? And because I want to kind of chat up a conversation with one of the guards.
Okay, yeah, you guys can kind of move around as needed. At first, I think you guys were in the middle, kind of talking with Vasha in hushed tones, and that kind of conversation happened. So if you want to go towards the back, you can.
Who'd you cast Firebolt on?
No, I'm just testing it. Sorry, I gotta turn my
Uh,
acceleration.
as we're walking through the town and seeing all the tables and all the shit, I want to find a map of the town. I'm looking for something that will show me more of this map,
A map of the town.
Well,
like
didn't Jay
of everything.
wasn't Jason like a good cartographer or a lotto?
Yeah.
Is he still kind of quote unquote with us?
Yeah,
No.
he was in the last fight with us. He was fighting with us. And
He
we even set
was.
up counterspell dynamics for his character. I thought he was long term.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think it's just gonna be too complicated. So that's a good question.
Sorry, I'm just testing the rules.
At this point, I don't think Olato is with you guys anymore. Whether he sneaked off after the fight or sometime in between, you do not notice Olato is with you. And you remember him being kind of sketchy and having secret conversations and different messages in his head and talking with different people. So you're not sure if that has anything to do with it, but at this point, Olato is no longer with you.
Okay. So fuck
But
what you were
as you
trying to do.
guys, so yeah, so Corbin, I know you're said your thing about your map. Go ahead and you can keep an eye out because you're not able to really leave your vicinity of guards. Give me a perception check as you kind of walk through the town. 24. Okay. So here's a few things you notice while you're looking for your map. As you guys walk through the town with your guarded escort and matron Mother Bayenray at the front, you notice that no matter where you guys go, the roads are clear for you. There's people, but they all immediately step aside, avert their gaze. Many of them are bowing or on their knees, if they can be. You guys are in the presence of, pure royalty, the queen of the city, essentially. Um, Deathcloyme is more of a higher class area, especially more so than Eastmere, and different parts of Deathcloyme are more so than others as you guys kind of wade through some of the more middle class families. Um, you looking for a map, you notice on one of the like post boards, like the announcement boards, there is kind of like a sigil of Minsom Berenzan splayed out on the announcement board, and it does kind of give you a general sense of the size of the city. And with the 24, here's kind of what you're able to gather from the map. Let's see here. Find my darkness.
Am I able to point it out to my fellows? Yeah, I point it out to
Absolutely.
them as well, so that way they can see.
Okay, let me get a brush here. So you get to point out this section. Let me free it up for you. Definitely Narbandel and Narbandalen. This is the area kind of where some other families live. Once this clears up for you.
Dope.
This area over here is still dark to you, but
Cool.
you do see not the section, but a label. There you go.
Ah. Beautiful.
All right. Yeah, and oh, this is a big one. House Bayenray lives over here. You would notice that as well.
Oh, they're
I totally
all
thought it
out
spelled
and
somehow differently.
why are they with the pores?
No, they're not. They have walls, literal spires of stalactites and stalagmites separating them from everybody.
They're too
They're
close to the
basically
poor.
So as we're
So
walking, what is the layout like? Who's in what line, or how are we lined up?
that's up to you guys. Y'all tell me.
Can
You
I
can
be
be
like,
up to stacks of 2.
okay, can I be up like right next to the homegirl? I forgot her name.
Oh, you want to be up near the front near Mother
Yeah.
Bayenray? Okay, absolutely. Yeah.
Is-
So that's what you notice, Corwin. And what are you trying to talk to her, or you just want to wait for her to say something, or what's your plan?
Who, me?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, does everybody call her Mother Banry? Banry?
Yeah, matron mother is usually the formal title. Is matron mother Bayenray.
Are there guards between me and her?
Absolutely, several.
So I go up to her, kind of like waddle up, and say, as close as I can get to her, and be like, never had a mother.
Oh, you say that?
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
You be her mom?
see As she stares ahead, walking, she has this very regal, like, cloak on and a regal headdress on. She cocks her head at you saying these words and looks behind and makes eye contact with you and actually stops and tells her guards to stop and walks through the mess of guards to get to you as the guards separate. I'm sorry, what was that you just said?
Well, they call you Mother Banray, so that means you're a mom, and I've never had one. So they gave you that name for a reason. Can you be mine?
roll a charisma check. Or like a persuasion.
Well, good thing mine is really good, but every time I say that, it always ends bad. What'd you
I
say?
think you have
A
an
persuasion.
inspiration from last
I
game too.
do.
Yeah.
Persuasion, you said,
Yeah,
right?
persuasion.
Okay.
Persuasion, yes, sir.
Oh,
Oh.
16.
wait, I
You
actually want to
s-
use my inspiration.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, I do. Because who knows? Maybe I might not get another chance. And oh my god, I'm so glad I did.
Oh man. She gets down on one knee and looks at you eye to eye. My little goblin friend. She smiles. Come with me. We have much to discuss. And let me tell you a story. As she stands up and begins walking with her escort, but now she's in your kind of pack, near the front of your pack while the others are behind you. And she begins to point things out to you in the city, telling you the different history of the buildings and the different spider motifs. And then she says something. I am loath to admit this, but the city is plagued by something. You might not notice as a visitor, but if you stay long enough, you'll notice the magical lanterns we have here are flickering. Some of them have died out entirely. Narbenthel's light isn't nearly as bright as it was thousands of years ago whenever I was a little girl. Something is draining its energy, and I'm not sure what. We have been disconnected from our Spider Queen Loth for many centuries now, ever since the Divergence, even though it is heretical to say, but it is not heresy if it comes from my mouth, and it's true. We have been disconnected from her and her grace. You may have noticed in your adventures through the Underdark that the rise of Driders, the population has risen several times over than what it used to be. We have lost her favor, it feels. I have not heard her voice in many a century. What gods do you worship? From where you're from? Who are your people?
I look into her eyes, as big as I can make them, and I say I worship the god of blood.
Ah, yes. I am familiar. What is the god of blood's name again?
I forget, honestly. Let me look.
You're a little freak.
You are a freak.
Uh,
Ball, maybe?
What is this
Maybe the god
interaction?
of murder?
Ball, yeah.
I don't. Does he even have a name? I forget.
I don't know if there's a god of blood. Is there one you had?
I was thinking just like in general, like obviously, I don't give a shit about the filth that I get in. So I would just say like I'm down to clown with blood. But I mean, if I Google it, it's
Okay.
saying something um along the names of Callinesis.
Oh, interesting.
But I'm not like specifically saying a god. I'm just saying I'm all
You
about the
just-
blood shit.
Interesting. Okay, gotcha. So she looks at you. Oh, every goblin I've met in my life has been an enigma. But you are the most interesting of all. I'm not sure I recognize a god of blood, but maybe you can teach me if you stay.
Yes, mom. And then I grab her hand with Mage Hand.
So, what?
What about the rest of you as she looks around? I must know of your people's history. Tell me, Dragonborn, where do you come from?
Wait a second, I'm eating an M&M.
Oh yes, that takes a lot of concentration.
Sorry, that was funny. I was thinking, Eminem.
Who is that guy?
My
Isn't
name
it your
is
brother, A305? So
Eminem.
I grew up, and I forget where I was born. But anyway, my father was he was a soldier with the, you caught me off guard. Ask somebody else, Dan Ray. While I figure out what the hell I'm talking about.
Well, hold on. We can go over it really quick. So, you were I can't remember if you were born in the middle of like the civil war between the Dragonborn, and your mother and father escaped as refugees into the Empire, and your father eventually became a soldier of the Empire, and kind of raised
Yeah,
you
because
to
we
do the
merged
same.
with the Dragon Bloods, and then they
They kind of betrayed you
eventually
guys.
kind of betrayed us.
Yeah, you guys were there were two
And then
different
my father
factions.
was captured by Blackthorn,
Right.
and
Yep. And
this
then you
was
were
why we were on this quest to find him, which we have found him.
So, do you want to tell her all of this? Is this all information that you want to share freely just before you
Um,
proceed? Because
I just want to say that
give me an insight check here really quick, Tordor. As she asks you this and you stare at her, her eyes kind of squint. Give me an insight check.
Jesus.
11. Okay. Um, you haven't really been around politics much, so you're not sure if this is her asking out of curiosity or asking out of some other desire to, gather information to use against you later. But you're not quite sure what the feeling is here. But this is a very powerful person asking you these questions, and on a faction of a faction that you've never dealt with. You've dealt with the
Right.
Empire, you've heard of the Kryn, you have never worked with the matron mothers of Menso Baranzan, and she's the leader of them. So do with that as you will.
So I kind of spill a little bit how my father got captured, and my whole focus was just to find him and save him from Blackthorn.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
I don't want to tell her about him being in the military yet.
Okay. Do you mention the Empire?
I do not, because then that would link my father, because it was the Empire that put us on this quest.
Correct. So you tell her a little bit about your homeland, the history there, kind of
Yep.
avoid specifics about where you ended up, but your father was kind of a soldier and got captured, and you were asked to, okay, absolutely. As you're telling the story, and you go, you recount some of the events. Give me give me a deception check, not because you're lying, but you're specifically obfuscating some of the truth.
Can I try and give him advantage?
Yeah.
How do you help?
Yeah,
I would
because I
say
just rolled a shit roll.
With my mage hand to keep squeezing her hand, like being assistant, distracting her a little bit. No.
Trying to get her to break her focus so that way she can't see into his eyes, and
he's lying.
I think I'm gonna need more than that. I think I'm gonna need somehow that you're helping him with the story. Like what do you do to help kind of so what you see with this role, and
Okay.
you'll still be able to help depending on what you tell me.
Okay.
As he begins to tell the story, and you can see where he stutters, where he's about to say the Empire, or he's about to say, specifics of this mission, and we went to go find, Blackthorn and the Thornblade and, the artifact. So how do you help him squeeze past those scary moments in the convo?
I'd say the parts where he stutters is maybe try and tie it to, he's my dad now, and that he saved me, and that's kind of why I'm with that group. I go back. I try to jump back into the story, saying that although I like, I'm just here for blood. My backstory is he saved me. Now he's my father.
Okay, give me a roll with advantage then, Tordor. So just one more roll to see what you get.
And that's why I need a
Perception.
mom.
Okay. 17. Much better. As you tell the story and you feel yourself kind of start to trip up in certain moments, Giblin is there to kind of help fill in the gaps and smooth the bridge over to the next section as he makes things awkward or uncomfortable or says something weirdly emotional to you about being his daddy. And it does kind of help flow the conversation a
It's
bit
not weird.
more. Move past it. Move past it. Mother Banray is satisfied with this story, and she says, I've heard of the Dragonborn Civil War many decades ago. That must have been horrible for you and your family to have to become refugees. I hope that your travels afterward were safe and she just offers her condolences and stuff like that, very kind of polite platitudes. And she looks down at Giblin and at the three of you, and then at A305. I am very interested to know your story, but that will have to wait until we arrive at Tier Brish. I have a request of you once we get there.
Oh. What kind of
Yes.
request?
A request to be discussed behind closed doors.
Perhaps, perhaps. We shall see.
Oh. It has been quite some time when someone has said no to me, or not overtly saying yes. I find joy, and sometimes it grows tiring to have everybody around you at your beck and call, and yes men surrounding you. It's refreshing to be around a bunch of outsiders. Sometimes, yes, indeed.
Hey, 305. You gotta remember, when mom says no, she means yes. So you better say yes.
I
I
am
must.
not sure what this dynamic mommy is, but we will talk when we get there. We will talk.
As she continues to kind of go back and forth in conversation, she continues to kind of point out different points in history of the story of Menso Baranzan. She speaks of the tale of Lolth interfering with political and city affairs, about the great rift that you guys see on that map, the Claw Rift over to the east. As you guys kind of pass that section, she tells a story of a house that became so disloyal and lost the favor of Loth so far that she showed up personally and drug them down into the depths of the earth, creating this claw rift using her hand. It is a story that's been passed down from generation to generation, something she wasn't even alive for. And then begins to speak more about Lolth, and you can see the passion she speaks of her with, and the absolute adoration. She is a true servant of this goddess, and the sadness she speaks of whenever she's like, seems like we've lost her favor. She's not contacting us
Oh,
anymore. The
sorry.
divergence,
How do you spell
has
the name?
ruined our connection. Lolth, L-L, oh sorry, I think it's Lollth. I think I might have that wrong. Let me.
What's the alignment of law? Do we know that? Obviously, she's protecting his people, so I would think they're good, but
It's Lollth. I'm sorry.
Oh.
Just
hello.
yeah.
Okay.
So give me a history check. If whoever's curious.
I'll do it. Oh. What sense is that?
Okay, 8.
Oh,
You rolled a persuasion, but that's okay. You 13 plus what's your history?
Oh, why did I do? What is wrong with my shit? My shit's all fucked up. I don't know why it's not working for me very well.
It's
My
okay.
history 0.
That was a 13. Okay. That's fine. I was gonna take your 13.
Sorry.
So A305, 8 and a Tordor with a 3. You guys have a general top level knowledge of Lolth. She is known as the Spider Queen, typically worshipped by Drow, known to have founded and created different kingdoms in the Underdark. Giblin, what you know about Loth is she is typically known as an evil goddess. She was part of the Betrayers whenever the Calamity went down and the Divergence happened. Um, she likes to have her followers fight amongst themselves to prove who's the most loyal, the most worthy. So these political games that happen in Menso Berensand all usually happen to fight for Lulth's favor more than anything. And
Would I
the
have any like inside like feeling or something since I was blessed in a spider church or blessed by a spider church? Would that help me see anything different or be more
um
attuned?
you can. That's a good question. I think because of that, I can give you advantage on your history check to see if you were granted any sort of extra feeling or something. I'll call it that. 11. Okay, so you're gathering kind of the same information, and then you might get a little nugget because you're blessed. What I will say, Tordor, is that you've worshipped your god personally before, and um, this is something that others have spoken about as well. Is just the lack of connection with gods these days than in the past. Your churches don't glow as bright. Your cleric powers aren't as strong. There's not as much magic. So you kind of can empathize with these people.
Right.
But yeah, so that's kind of the chief complaint that she's speaking to is um, there's a sadness in her eyes, but also this glint of something more when she speaks of Lolth and stuff like that. But
Uh,
you
do I notice the glint in her eyes?
what's your passive insight?
My passive insight is an 18.
Yeah, go ahead and give me an insight check to inquire more about it. You noticed it. Now give me an actual insight to a 17. You have heard great leaders speak before. You recognize a pitch when you see one. She is speaking to you of all these things for some reason. You're not sure why, but there's an ulterior motive here, and she is trying to uh, like pitch a case to you. Like, oh, woe is me. This is happening. Oh, woe is us. Oh, my city. Woe is my city. You're not sure what the end game is, but you're on your toes and you're a bit more insightful than most around you about what might be going on. Okay. All right, and that leaves us. Where are we at here?
All right, another question. I know there's a lot of
That's okay. No,
exposition.
please.
Have they said why they don't have her favor anymore? It's because they're like going away from the evil side, or
Yeah, so the divergence, it's kind of been talked about a little bit, bits and pieces throughout the campaign. What you've kind of gathered with, Alato's help as he's talked to you about it in different books and stuff, different conversations, I mean. The divergence was a specific point in time where the gods separated themselves from the mortal realm. And so when they used to be able to come down and interfere and actually be flesh and blood on the mortal plane, they are now locked behind what's known as an arcane gate and can no longer interfere or join the mortal plane. And so connections to those gods have been basically severed. There's still magic and there's still stuff like that, but nobody really can communicate directly with them anymore like they used to. And this happened because of what's called the Calamity. There was a war between gods, the betrayer gods, and I can't remember the name of the other side, but basically the good guys versus like the evil gods, right? And that almost destroyed, this world and this continent and that's why on the east side of the empire, the Kryn dynasty in Xhorhas is a wasteland. That was a giant battleground where gods fought gods. And so that's what happened. So, but she's telling you all this, and you guys are kind of learning all this history, and eventually you pass through kind kind of out of the main thoroughfare of the city and into more of like a residential area where you see swaths, like acres of land. Like this map doesn't really do it justice because it's such a big view, but there are plots of land, kind of like you would see maybe out in the country or out in a rich part of a town where everyone owns a lot of their own land. There are manors, and you see stalactites actually from the ceiling drop down all the way, not touching the floor, but almost. And on those stalactites are different houses and homes that are built in and carved inside the stalactites, which is crazy cool and complex. And you notice something you've never seen before. You see drow like levitating themselves up and down from these stalactites. And if you guys probably would know this, drow have an innate ability to use an ability called levitate, and they can just kind of like float themselves up and float themselves down at will, and that's how they kind of traverse these different architectures. But anyways, she starts pointing these out to you. Eventually, though, you reach a large plateau where there are these grand stair steps going all the way up to 3 large buildings within this giant alcove in this large plateau. In the middle, there is what looks to be a giant spider, the size of buildings, standing there, this monolith, and she tells you, this is Eractinolith. This is where we train our priestesses and we have our high council. To the left here, you'll see our sorcerer, and she shows you the building, and it's almost like a very narrow tower that kind of builds itself up into a conical form. Not quite a pyramid like to the right. This is where our greatest magicians and arcane scientists study. That will be where we go visit first. And to your right, our Melee Magthir, where our greatest soldiers are trained from childhood into adulthood. That is where the fiercest of soldiers train, become our greatest warriors. If you'll please follow me. And she directs you toward the building on the left, Sorcerer. She looks back and meets A305. We have much to discuss in here. As you guys are guided into Sorcerer. You approach the gate, and without a word, the gates are opened, and you see this giant, beautiful tower in front of you, made from black obsidian, purple crystals, different lanterns. Different people are roaming about the different balconies, but all kind of stop and stare as you guys all approach, and you're eventually led inside the building, through a series of hallways, and eventually into a small room where you guys all gather. As the door opens, you see what looks to be almost like a laboratory. It's very clinical, very sanitized. There is a platform in the middle where it looks like there are like restraints and a headrest. And Mother Bayenray says, please step inside. After you.
I have one more question, Mother Bayenray.
Mm-hmm.
I had heard that Blackthorn, which is the one that had captured my father.
Now.
I-
We have much to discuss about that, but now, my dear Dragonborn, is not the appropriate time, she says with a bit of poison dripping in her voice. She stares at you.
I just want to know why he was captured.
We will get to that. This, I assure you, is of much more importance. I will answer your questions in due time. I promise everything will become clear.
As he just mentioned by pass that for me to tell you that whatever deal you and him had, it was now off.
I urge you to be quiet, my Dragonborn. You are a guest here in my home, and I urge you to treat that with the respect that it deserves.
And I just glare at her with my eyes. Fair enough.
What is it that you want in this room?
I need you to step in, is what I need right now. And the guards behind you guys tense up as they tighten their weapons. Please.
Whoa, with the hostilities, everybody calm down. A305 will walk into the room like he owns the place, looking around. He starts touching things that he probably shouldn't, not understanding the serious note in the room.
As you walk in, the guard's tension relaxes a bit, and Mother Banray kind of exhales silently and motions for the rest of you to follow suit and step in.
Come, let's talk. What am I seeing in the room? What am I touching?
So right now you are touching
Beakers?
a bunch of different beakers.
Cool, I dropped some.
Oh.
On accident. On accident, they fall out of my hands. Oh, I'm so sorry. Let me clean this. I
And-
start looking for like a dustpan, but I can't find one, and so I just use my hands to start scooping up the glass, and I put I keep some of the shards of glass.
Okay. And as you're doing that, you hear from behind you, not the doorway, this is somewhere coming from the back of the room. If you will please, I will take care of it. Thank you. And you look around and you see a very tall male drow with bleached white hair, tied back into a very like regal. He has like that layer of hair with a ponytail setting over it, kind of like the regal people from Game of Thrones. And he has underneath it, over him, a white lab coat, with different the House of Banray inscribed upon it. That is my beaker that you are in the process of breaking.
I was about to break more. I'm so sorry. Thank you for stopping me.
I say, I'll help, and I cast mending on it. But I mend them like I kind of want to mend it to where it's not exactly the same.
Like the amount of pieces that I have in my pocket won't allow you to make the same thing.
Exactly. It's still missing a chunk at the top or a giant jagged piece.
I hope we must have lost some.
And I high five him. We did it.
Nice. Good job.
He looks up over at Mother Banner. Quinthel, you did not tell me we were having visitors. As he looks between her and A305. Yes, darling, I brought you a gift. I figured you would have the time to dedicate to this little project of yours, as she nods toward A305. Yes, well, I didn't get you anything, my dear, but I thank you kindly for this, as he looks down at A305.
Oh, I'm a gift.
Beaker. We have many things we can learn from you, Warforged. If you'll have a seat. And Mother Banner steps in the room, and the guards close the door behind him as they step in the room as well with all of you. I have not been entirely forthcoming with you. I know of your existence, Dwarforged. I have heard rumors and reports of you in my city, and we have been watching you. I think we can strike a deal with you and your group. You asked me earlier, guards, if you'll please leave the room. And the guards immediately obey and exit the room. And now it's just you, your group, Mother Banray, and the gentleman of which you're not sure who is at the moment. But
looking at her, is she armed in any way?
Give me a perception check. Perception.
Perception. 1 second. I'm pacing around in circles over here. Let me go get it.
Am I stressing you out?
No. It's just helping me imagine the scene better.
Okay, gotcha. 20, okay. As you play the part of a bumbling fool sometimes, but you're much more astute and observational than people give you credit for. As you notice, around her is
Me?
no, not you, Giblin. You're an idiot.
Got him.
Got him. Roasted. Boom. You notice the faintest of shimmers around her silhouette. It's one that you haven't picked up on until now, but the way the light bounces off her right before it hits her, you see that, and that's some sort of ward or protective ward. You're not quite sure. You also see the different outlines of small daggers or other weapons packed underneath her ceremonial robes, and different parts where the fabric presses against something hard or metal, vital parts of her body where she's probably wearing armor underneath her robes. So yeah, absolutely.
Cool. I I tell her, well, if I'm a gift, what is my guarantee that I'm not just gonna remain a gift?
We will let you go, I assure you. Um, but I believe we can come to some agreement, which is why I've brought you in here to discuss. I would like you all to please meet my husband. This is Master Xandor Baenre, the keeper of Erak Tinalith, or sorry, the arch sorcerer of the Sorcerer here. The
Xander,
exact name escaped me. Yeah, Xander with a Z. Make sure I get that right. Yeah, Master Xandor. X with an X. Xandor. I'll put it in the chat.
his name is Ben Ray as well.
He has been studying the effects of the beacon and the history of the Age of Arcanum for most of his life. He is more of an expert on Warforged biology than anybody you will meet. We have yet to encounter a live one such as yourself, but there are many pieces of them discarded throughout the Underdark and the Overworld that we have gained access to. I believe he can help you. You have a memory problem, yes?
I do have a memory problem.
We can help you access those memories. In return, we would like to see them. Which can
See
happen.
the memories?
Yes, if you allowed us to perform this operation, we will see the memories alongside with you and you will have access to them. It's not a either or, it's a boon for both of us. And then I promise we will, well, we have other plans, but you will be free.
What do you think is in my memories?
Everything. The secrets of the Age of Arcanum. Now this is Xandor talking. You have secrets in there that have been lost for millennia. I believe in your memories are the secrets to this artifact that you probably know as the beacon. Yes?
I've heard of the beacon, but I'm gonna use my insight and try and see where his underlying tones are in his voice and his demeanor. Like, he clearly sounds like he's a little too interested in this, and I want to see if I notice like any kind of deception, where he's holding back, that kind of shit.
Okay. 16. Okay. So there's definitely a bit of he's holding back something, but it does sound like he is sincere in his ploy to do this operation. He knows what he's talking about. He's confident he can do it, and it doesn't sound like he's trying to trap you per se, as like trap you or deconstruct you. Rather, he really wants to just know your memories, and then there's something else that he's holding back. Like once he has access, what's next?
Are you looking for a beacon?
He looks and makes eye contact.
Because I would
with-
want to tell you, we did see such a beacon that you may have been talking about. That
I
was
also held
taken.
it.
Mother Banray looks between Xandor and the group. I think it's time that I was a little bit more forthcoming. I
Please come.
know of your battle. I know of the presence of the beacon in my city. And yes, Dragonborn, with your loose lips, there was a deal struck between me and the Illithid that you fought, that you know as Lord Blackthorn. It was a deal I struck to save my city. The details of which you are not privy to. But yes, I was working with him to secure the beacon, and it appears he has gone rogue. That is okay. I know exactly where he was going. I know
What
how
if
to
we
get
help
there.
you get the beacon?
Ah, you jumped to the end. That's exactly
We
what
had
I
it
was going to
once.
ask.
We unfortunately lost it, but I'm sure we could help you get it back.
I'm sure you can. And I'd like to take you in front of the council to suggest just that. After I confirm one thing in your friend's memories.
8305 is gonna look at the doctor guy, and his demeanor like really stiffens up, and he just, as clear as he can, say to him, it's like, "What are you holding back?" It's like, "I know there's something that you're keeping. So why am I here? Why is this important to you?"
You want to roll intimidation or persuasion?
Nope. Nope, I'm not
Nothing?
intimidating him.
Just saying it?
My demeanor has changed. It's not an aggressive, but it's not bumbling around breaking beakers. It's way more like
I see.
in line with
it-
the programming that I have for being like,
And
I have stood up straight.
and I also speak. I said, instead of doing the operation, maybe you should just ask if he even knows this information before doing this operation. We may already know what you're looking for or asking for.
You're A305. You're locked eyes with the doctor here, or the scientist, as Tordor says this, and Mother Bayanri says before he can answer you, A305. She says, "Well, A305, what do you remember?"
I I don't stop locking eyes. I just keep looking at him.
Okay, he finally says, "There could be secrets untold in your memories. You were alive during the age of Arcanum. You exist because of a magic that we no longer have access to. That secret, you don't know what it could do for our empire. Our people."
You're still giving me vague answers. I asked you a question.
He looks at Mother Banry apprehensively. "I promise you, Warforged," Mother Banner says, "once you know what's in your memory and we know what's in your memory, you will understand. I have a sneaking suspicion that the beacon has more power than the Kryn let on. I don't think the Empire fully knows what it can do, but the power of Dunamis is untold. You saw it, didn't you?
Uh,
He used it against you."
in their voice, is my insights check at a 16 still good there? Like, would I be able to understand that they're letting loose more in what they're telling me?
I would say yeah.
All right,
Yep.
cool. 8305 smashes a beaker onto the ground again and then
Whoa.
plops into their chair.
Okay. Yeah, I was like, wait a second. Did you understand what I said? But okay, that
Yep.
was
No,
okay,
he
cool.
goes right back to, all right, cool, let's do this. He walks over to the chair, plops in, and is like, "I don't think I need the straps." And his arms release little tentacles that strap himself in.
Very well, Mother Banner says. "Xandor, if you'll please do the honors." And Xandor begins preparing the lab for this operation. As he begins to wheel in different carts and place different crystals around the room and move out the unnecessary stuff. Eventually, he does shoo the group and into a corner or like an observation deck, and he begins to gather his tools.
I
And
look at Giblin and say, look around, see if there's anything that could be of use for us, and
I look
try
o-
and
Okay,
hide it or take it
I look around.
without her
No!
being seen. And I'll try and create like a small distraction.
I start looking around.
okay,
Nah.
give me a
And I'm
perception
like,
check, Giblin, for this.
Investigation?
Perception.
Oh shit. Why does
Well,
he
8
keep
plus.
what's he
Is
I
it?
don't know why he keeps throwing history rolls. I don't know why.
Oh, that's weird.
Okay, hold up. What'd you say?
So it's 8 plus your perception bonus.
2, 10.
2, 10. Okay. Um. Well, Tortor, you're looking too, so Tortor can give me a perception bonus or a perception check as well, but you're not going to get Giblin with advantage, but Tortor can take his own. And I'll tell you guys both what you see.
Oh, that's
Awesome.
nice.
Nice.
Wow.
Wow.
You find absolutely nothing.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, you see different potions and elixirs. You're not sure what they are. They don't look familiar to you. You see, gems of different sizes, but you don't really get a good look at anything as things are kind of being wheeled in and out of the room. So there could be some potions or elixirs and maybe some valuable gems or spellcasting items, but nothing.
I can't do like a sleight of hand or a stealth.
I mean, you can try, but you're not sure exactly the value of what you would get or what you would be getting, and you would still have to do the sleight of hand or Giblin would. So,
And
Just don't know what you
also
wanna do.
think of the consequences of us getting caught here.
I know. I'm just very weary about them.
Oh, same. But that
Reaching
doesn't
into
mean
your
start
mind.
stealing from them. That's the what?
Oh, I like this. I'll take that. Okay. All right.
That's okay. And Giblin, do you want to do anything?
I'm just gonna cast guidance on myself, just to cast it,
Okay.
just if I might need
Guess
it.
guidance on yourself.
Or actually, I say to 835 is like, it better not hurt you, and I tap him on the shoulder and I cast guidance on him.
Thank
Aw,
you. Aww.
That's actually.
I
really
look down
good
at him
that.
and say, "It'll be okay, brother." And I make a. I
Mother.
shoot out a little wire out of my arm, and
Ew.
it turns into a little flower, and I hand it to him.
I smack it away with
Oh.
mage hand.
Bitch,
I like blood.
look how sharp it is, and I show him the bottom side, and it's a little shank.
Okay, I see. I now grab it.
That's so funny. Okay, as you guys make these observations and you kind of say your not your farewells, but you're like good luck. You're going to surgery, sort of thing. The Xandor Banray starts to begin the operation, and he starts to speak to you, A305. You're going to be awake for this entire procedure. It's the only way we can do it. What I'm doing is very delicate. You have memory cores in different areas of your biology, and they are trapped within specific magics. The trick is to work around those magics and let you give access back to those memory cores. Something is most likely damaged in those internal pathways, and I believe I can fix them. But it might take a toll on you, temporarily. Otherwise, it is completely harmless.
So this is going to be 100% success rate, Doc.
Well, if what I'll say is if I succeed here, I will have 100% success rate on these operations.
And I just
That's
realized
concerning.
I just realized guidance can only be used like once. So can I stay nearby and be like, can I give him can I assist my friend if he needs it, and just if he has to use an ability check, like I can just keep casting it on him.
Yeah, I mean, I think this conversation will happen under. So you want to be next to him during the whole time?
Well, just in case if he's having to do ability checks.
Ah, okay. I'll allow it. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll allow a visitor,
Okay.
or yeah, Xandor will. So, the first thing I'm gonna do is locate these memory cores. The second thing I'm gonna do is identify which of the neural pathways needs to be repaired. If more than one, we'll identify those. The third thing I'm gonna do is attempt to repair the damage that has been done by whatever happened to you. Here we go. And he takes a tool and begins to open up your cranium. The metal separates and hydraulic sound as it opens up itself, and gives access to your neural pathways and your cores. Okay, and it begins to work. And this takes a bit of time. Nothing damages you, but he goes for about 15 minutes, and then, okay, I'll have to open up your chest now. And your hydraulics open up as your chest opens up, and you guys see all the different whirring mechanics and the wires and the different sections of logic that are placed in this Warforge. Also different arcane energy flowing through you, a myriad of different colors as you feel it. And as you feel weird and weirdly exposed and almost naked on this table. Yes, here's one. Oh dear. This one's almost completely degraded. And he begins to kind of work and make comments and notate some stuff down. And over the course of about 45 minutes to an hour, he kind of does this, identifying things and notating stuff here and there. He comes back to you. Okay. Now we get to the nitty gritty. I've identified several areas of your neural pathways that are damaged and blocking access to your memory banks. I'm going to attempt to repair them one by one, and you tell me if you feel anything or if anything comes back to you, okay?
Okay.
Okay, here's the first one. And he does his thing, says a few words, and has a few tools as he operates on you. And all of a sudden, a flash of memory comes back to you as you are transported back into time, essentially through your memory, as you open your eyes. And above you, the sky is gone, and you see only the dodecahedron shape of the beacon. And you hear, almost from a distance, "It worked! He's alive!" And that's it.
Oh.
And he comes up back to your face. It looks like I repaired. Something happened. It clicked. Did you sense anything?
I felt it. It was like it was there in front of me. The textures, the power surging through me, the shape, it was all there.
Good, good. I have one more, or a few more. Here goes another one. And he goes and he does the same thing. And after a few minutes, you feel something click and whir into place, and another rush of memories comes to you. And you see yourself at the topmost deck of a warship in the sky, as you feel the pulsating energy coming from the bottom of these giant gems that are floating this giant warship through the sky. As you begin shouting orders, you appear to be the captain of this warship, directing soldiers and leading yourself through the sky. And one of your soldiers up front shouts, "Dead ahead! Dragons!" And then the memory is gone. You're back on the bench.
Oh. Dragons! That's all I can get out.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna hook you up
And
now.
that piqued my interest.
Yeah. I have a few more. This is a memory core itself that is damaged. I believe one more repair here, and you should feel an influx of memories, and we'll see it on the screen here. Now that I've connected those pathways, I'm able to view what you view, as you feel the wires in your head have got connected to some other external monitor, basically.
And we can all see this monitor, right?
Yeah.
Ooh.
And let's see, give me a history check, all three of you, to see if you can recognize kind of the technology being used to display this video or this output. 15, okay. 716. A305 and Tordor, you recognize it as Githyanki technology. They have like almost this higher technology where they have like almost holograms almost.
Are they from Texas?
Outputted from these discs. No. You're so stupid. But it is displaying like a hologram kind of in color. Right now it's black. And as Xandor goes in to do some more stuff, it takes about 10 minutes, and all of a sudden the image appears. And here's what you see. Let me get back to my notes here.
And does my father get to see this too and understand it?
You guys are all in here. Yeah.
Okay.
What you see as A305, your vision is transported to this time. You see yourself watching almost from like above, like an observation deck, kind of with a glass pane in front of you, and down below you, you're in a room or watching a room similar to the one you're in now. Not quite the same, but a laboratory of some sort. This one's bigger, it's busier. There's a lot more going on, a lot more tools that you don't recognize. And in the middle, you see 2 cages. One's empty and one has an animal in it. And you see the beacon above them, hooked up to some machine. You're not sure exactly what's happening, but you do recognize that these are experiments that you've been observing for some time now as the recollection begins to come back to you, and you know that they're experimenting with this artifact that they found recently. And there's some magic that can almost control or harness the power of time. And these Chronogy arcanists are experimenting with time magic, something that's never been touched on before. And as you watch down, you see them jot down notes and begin to initiate the experiment.
Am I able
And-
to see what the notes say specifically?
You're too far away. You're too far away. But what you do see is the result. And you see the animal flash as the beacon flashes, and it reappears in the same place, but in baby form. And you see the scientists pull out the animal and give it to someone else and say, "Test the DNA," and sure it's the same one. And hands it
Do
off
we
to
know what type
somebody
of animal
else.
that is?
It looks like a rabbit or just some standard like
Animal?
animal. Yeah, just a standard animal from the surface.
Okay.
Yeah. And as they're doing these experiments and they're doing more, all of a sudden the world shakes and you hear an explosion outside, and you realize you're on one of your ships again as you all tilt a little bit to the left and you have to brace yourself. And you hear shouts, orders being given, and that you realize you need to get to the top. But all of a sudden, you look down, and the commotion that's been stirred up in this laboratory has caused a panic, and another explosion occurs, and the beacon has flown out of its apparatus and towards you, and you see it crack as it approaches you, and all you see is a flash of purple, and your vision goes black. And the memory is still going, and all you guys see is black as A305 opens his eyes in the memory. You see him where you found him just but weeks ago, buried somewhere in the Underdark, in a room surrounded by destruction, unsure of how he got there or what happened. And then you wake up. For real.
I look over at them and let them know that they're all jerks for letting me bumble around that way. I'm a goddamn soldier. How dare you guys not tell me?
I just shrug my shoulder.
You see Mother Bayenray off to the side, smiling, a hard smile etched into her face. Yes, this proves my theory, Xandor. Finally.
I look at her and I tell her it's cracked.
It doesn't
You
matter.
know that it'll lead to destruction.
What that has proved, and what might be escaping you, Mr. Warforged, is that proves that harnessing the power of time is possible. You can send creatures through time, and you can send time through creatures. I believe you were not sitting in that room, locked up there for hundreds of years. I believe you were in there for mere weeks. Do you understand what I'm saying?
But don't you think that's what broke all of this? Why you need to find it in the first place? At what cost?
I think there are more beacons, multiple, out there. And I think it proves that you can use these beacons to travel through time. Just like you did. Weeks ago, you were not in this year. You were somewhere hundreds of years ago, before the calamity, before the divergence. That's what I needed to know.
Like he's not even human anymore.
No, he was never human. I'm less interested in the soul magic that the Kryn covets so much. I'm less interested in the destruction magic that the Empire covets so much. This artifact is one, I believe, of multiple. They are anchors, fundamental anchors for the fabric of time itself. And if you can harness that time, we could bring back Loth.
So you want to change the outcome of the war to your favor.
That is one interpretation. I believe there are many ways to accomplish what I want accomplished, which is to bring back Loth into this reality.
Reed, now that I know my history, what side of the war was I on?
You don't remember. That
What?
was not that. Here's what you do remember. I'm so sorry. You were not fighting that war. That was a
Oh.
different war you were a part of. The war of the
Oh.
gods had not happened yet.
Got it.
Which
Sorry.
you thought you were, to be completely fair. That's what you thought going before now. You thought you maybe were in the war of the gods, but you've learned now that you weren't. It was just some other war you were fighting, maybe with the dragons or with another empire or something. But you hadn't
Gotcha.
gotten to that point in the timeline yet.
Okay. So my side is undetermined.
Mhm.
Okay.
Do I have a hint if this was like the dragon war of the Bloods and the Ravenites?
Way
Or the
before
Bloods
your
took over?
way before that time. This was pre-Calamity. The timeline
Okay.
of that was pre-Calamity, and your Civil War happened decades ago, very very recently in history.
What
The
was I fighting next to on my ship?
what were you fighting next to? What do you mean?
Like what kind of creatures, race, whatever? Like who
Oh,
was next to me on the
that's a
ship?
great question. Yeah, there were actually several other Warforged on your ship, but you were the top. You were the only one. You remember this specifically. You were the only one that had like a conscience and the ability to operate independently without orders. That was what made you unique out of the Warforged.
Okay. Did they notice that? Do they notice that?
I
Probably won't be able to discern that.
do who noticed that?
Fucking mother.
Banray.
Yeah.
I don't. You don't get a hint on if they do or not, but it seems like as if they're almost disinterested in you
It
as a
doesn't matter
Warforged.
about me at all. They're
Yeah.
like, that's stupid magic. Okay.
Yeah,
All
they're more
right.
concerned with the time aspect of it all.
Got it.
Now, I need your help, Mother Banray speaks to you as a group. You need to secure the beacon for me. And when we have it, any wish can be yours. Anything in your past that's happened can be undone. Tordor, we can make sure the war never happens between your people, and you and your father can live a life with your family, undisturbed by war. Giblin, I'm not quite sure what's happened, but we can make sure your mother is still around. Go back and fix everything. And A305, whatever you want can be yours when we have the beacon. This is the deal I make for you. Choose to work with me or stay here as my prisoner.
You don't really give us much choice.
You could send me back.
I could send you all back.
And you
If that's what
answer
you
us one question.
Yes, little goblin.
What did you promise the Illithid? Blackthorn?
Power, resources, slaves, the usual. He was very short-minded. But we need to get to him before he's able to realize the power of the beacon. He's taken the beacon back to an elder brain. Deep, deep in the heart of the Underdark. A place called the Silent Reliquary. I gave him the instructions to how to get there, and I give them to you too. But time is not on our side.
Ah? A305 does out loud.
Let me take you to your quarters. You can think about it. Talk, rest, eat. I know you must be famished. Afterwards, I will bring you in front of the council, where we will discuss all of this.
You said you would help repair my father's eye.
Yes, we can take him to a medic right now, and we can get it back. Do you have it?
Yes.
Very good. First stop we make will be to the clinic. We will get his eye repaired, and we will take you to the rest of you to your quarters while that happens. Vasha will also accompany me elsewhere for medical supervision.
Cool.
Can I rest? Can I go with her?
She's saying that you guys are going to be taken to separate quarters while the other two, like Vasha and Toradun, are taken to medical chambers for medical care.
But I mean, I can sleep with her, not with her, but because I don't kind of in my head I'm like, can I see that? Does she have any nefarious plans with Basha?
Yeah, roll an insight. Nice, 21. You notice that she slipped that in at the end, hoping you maybe wouldn't have noticed that, but there is something else about Vasha's condition that intrigues her, and as a member of the Mensa Barons and Society, you think that, Mother Banray might have other conversations or other plans with Vasha.
Then I tell her I'm gonna go with you. I'll rest with her. I'm sure there are available beds to rest
No,
in.
no. Mr. Giblin, you will stay with your friends. You will accompany them to their quarters, where you will wait for someone to come get you for the council meeting. Vasha and Toradun need their rest, and they need medical attention. I promise you they will be well taken care of.
With this quest that we're going to be going on, seeing that it is of utmost importance to you, I feel that we need to update our supplies or gather more supplies, maybe upgrade some weapons. Anything that could help us accomplish the goal that you wish us to do.
That can be arranged. Absolutely. All in time.
And Mother, if we are going to accomplish this, we do hope that Vasha is by our side fighting.
I can arrange that, I am sure. As long as she is medically well, I believe she would provide very valuable assistance.
Thank you.
It is my pleasure. Now,
I
if
do
you
have one more
please-
thing.
Oh, yes.
I do want to go on this quest, help find the what the hell is it we're supposed to be looking for? I
The beacon?
forgot. The beacon.
Mhm.
I'd like to talk to the guy's name, the sorcerer.
Yeah, his name is Xandor, but he's also known as like the Archmage.
Yeah. I'd like to talk to Xandor because at one point I was actually blessed in a spider church. And I would like to see what that has done to me that could possibly even help in our journey in this quest. Get to know a little bit more about this religion. Because I feel something in the back of my head that I think could possibly help, but I want to try to get that extracted to see what it can do.
We will take you to the halls of Erak Tenelith, where our priestesses can go over the blessing. They are more in tune with that side of magic and the religion aspect of it than are the Archmage here. But yes, that request can be done.
Okay.
And out of character, does anybody else have any questions for the DM or questions for the NPCs or observations about the room?
Not at this time.
Mm,
All right. How does each character feel about this deal? Giblin, what's Giblin thinking right now?
obviously, I think time magic is just such a fickle thing. Giblin's usually pretty all about himself and the people he's with, but he does want to help 8305. So honestly, he's already thinking about kidnapping Xander and taking the Lux and having him figure it out for us under the mother's guy's eyes. I mean,
Okay.
to help out
Uh,
8305, he actually wants to go back, but
yeah.
no one should have that kind of power, especially to bring Evil God back in.
Okay. As you guys are mulling through this on your own minds, Mother Banray, um, as the guards come back in and begin escorting you uh, through the hallways and into your chambers, you are uh, not rushed in, but you are ushered into a large room as the doors shut and lock behind you. You kind of take your bearings. This is a rather luxurious suite. There are couches and sitting arrangements. Food and refreshments are already out for you. Different living quarters where beds are made, separate beds for each of you. Um, and just different lodging amenities and stuff like that. You know, water fountain that is pouring out fresh water from the center or the back of the room. And as you guys come in here, that's where we're going to take a brief break for now. If you guys need to get up and use the restroom and out of character, we can go do that. And we'll come back in about 10 minutes or so by 1:40. Okay.
Sick.
All right.
Shut up,
there we go.
Corwin. Idiot.
Hey, you're an idiot.
You're an idiot.
You're an idiot.
You're an idiot.
Out of character. I don't think A305 would actually want to go back. He
Okay.
wants to
Mm,
stop time magic.
Okay. We're on
okay.
the same page on these.
Yeah, no, time magic is he understands that that's the reason he's here, and this is like he not moved back, and whatever the outcome of the war is, he's okay with. He's a robot that fights even if he's conscious. This is the outcome, and now I'm here, and time magic is the reason I'm here.
You're a
That needs to be
robot?
stopped. Well, you know,
I'm kidding. Hey,
So
more or less.
on this break, is it going to be a long rest or a short rest?
Well, you guys will be able to rest
Okay.
but we haven't taken it quite yet, so I wouldn't click that
Okay.
button yet.
Because I want to, once we get into this room and get back from our little break, I want to do a see invisibility check to see if there's anything invisible or something that's hidden inside the room before we do anything.
Sure. Yep, that'll definitely be time for that.
140 said?
Yeah, 140-ish, yeah.
I can jerk off in that amount of time. Be right back.
Nice. Corwin, what do you think about your little memory revelation?
Dragons is wild. That's gonna come up, I believe. Seeing the fucking thing, and that was pretty cool. I was like, oh, this is intense. I'm gonna really try to step into the role play.
Nice. Yeah, you did.
Yeah,
That was fun.
yeah, that was fun.
Let's see. What can I do here?
But yeah, I won't really want to fucking help them. Like, time magic is evil.
Yeah.
And you were working with Blackthorn to accomplish it? Like, what? You're crazy. You're crazy.
Crazy. How shitty would it be is if as soon as we got back from break, I'd be like, okay, everybody roll initiative. There's a you guys are fighting.
I would cry. I would drive up to Oklahoma. I'd have words with you.
I'm bored. Everyone roll initiative. Oh, just kidding.
No more role play.
No, this is. I've been looking forward to this. So I'm going. I'm sure there will be plenty of combat in our future, knowing me.
There's gonna be. We will fight another 50 things in the next 2 sessions. Yeah. Yep. That is absolute, and that's not just on you. That's us as well.
True. Yeah. You guys be fighting
Yeah.
everything that moves.
Don't move.
Don't move.
This is a pretty easy fix, if I don't say so myself.
Sounds like their issue, not my issue.
It's like, you probably just shouldn't have legs, guy. Dude, I can't wait for this fucking game later tonight.
Do I know? I'm pumped. I'm going over to my buddy Austin's house, and I'm gonna bring some stuff, but it's gonna be a good game. So
Yeah.
we're up what 2-1?
Yeah, it's
Spurs are down?
2-1. Yeah,
Yeah.
this is an important game
I'd say
tonight.
this is a must-win for the Spurs.
It is. I mean, it doesn't close it out, but we gotta win this. Like
especially it being
we.
at home.
Mhm.
Like the second game was a must-win for us because we lost our first home game.
Yeah.
And so the fact that we got to win that and then won our first game away, I think the Spurs are probably going to do the same thing. Feel a bit some type of
Because
way
you
about
guys
that.
are on a 2-game run right now, right? You've won the last 2. Yeah. Dude, and we just did not come out that last game like the way that we usually do. We just
Yeah.
nope. We
I
were
think
not
I
there.
think the Spurs will adjust. They're a good team. I think Wemby kind
Yeah.
of called the fouls out in the post playoff or the post game interview. I think they're going to adjust to that.
Yeah. They're warming up with them just with Wemby getting fucking fouled the whole time. Like his fucking trainers are just like pulling on his arms, and they're doing everything that they can for him to. But I hope the fouling stops on both
Yeah,
sides, because
same.
it's not that we're not fouling as well.
I
it's
just want to watch a good game of basketball without all the drama.
Yep.
You know?
Yep. Like just play.
Yuck. Beautiful day, Chewy, huh? Beautiful day to watch the trains from your back balcony. So close you can spit in them.
You should. Do they ever park there?
They actually do sometimes. They stop there for like half an hour at a time.
You should buy some graffiti and just start writing "read" on them.
Yeah, that's good. No way to track that back to me.
In fact, I'm gonna start graffitiing things again, and I'm gonna use "read" as my tag name. I got you.
Oh God. That's funny. What time is it?
We got like 5 minutes left.
Okay, sweet.
6 minutes. Did you like my sound effects during that as well?
I did. It really brought me actually into the scene. That was really nice.
I was trying really hard to time them up too.
Yeah, it was fucking solid, dude. Good job. I noticed. I didn't know if it was on a loop or you were doing it manually. I didn't know you were doing it manually.
Little column A, little column B.
Sweet. Well, it worked. It worked, bro. Are you is it too hard to keep up with all the different names and stuff of everything, or are you following along okay?
A little high.
Yeah, I mean, it can be tough, I think, just in general. I'm trying to repeat them and repeat what they are and who they are as often as I can. I know it can be tough. Learning the fantasy names and stuff.
A little high too. Ugh. But I'm more of a hard drug kind of fellow.
Oh yeah. Did you finish jerking off?
Yep, stroking him. More stroking him. I'm off till Wednesday, so I have some leftover drugs from my last festival, so I've been just doing them randomly.
Just
That's
doing.
hilarious, EJ. That cracks me up.
You don't know which one it is.
Ah,
What kind of
fuck.
drugs you doing?
I finished my coke like 2 weekends ago, so I'm doing I'm
Jesus.
finishing my ketamine.
Oh, you doing that horse trank shit,
Yeah, but
brother?
it's just honestly, I'm just trying to get rid of it because I don't want to take it anywhere. And I'll probably take it to San Antonio with me next time. I don't like driving with it. I mean, I could just not do it, but I'm kind of a self-impulsive motherfucker. So. Oh, do the doors have keyholes?
You can look when you get back, but I would imagine.
Oh, okay, smart ass.
Actually, I would probably say no. They lock from the outside. That doesn't mean they're not pickable. It just means they're harder to pick. You know what I mean?
No.
Like you're asking the wrong question. The question should be, hey, can I try to pick that door? The answer would be yes.
Oh,
Now, if you're asking if it has a keyhole, the answer is no.
well, because I mean, never. You know what? I'll figure it out when we come back.
I'm helping you, bro.
Okay.
I'm trying to give you the same advice I give my employees. Like, don't come, come with me with
Don't
something.
come.
Better questions. Better questions. Don't
Don't
come.
come.
Yeah.
Can I see under the door?
Can you see under the door, or is there a gap under the door, and how big?
You're
That's
a
the question you
bitch,
should be
Reed.
asking.
You're a bitch. Can I see under the door?
The answer is no. You can't see it.
Hit-
It's nearly airtight.
What do you mean? Can I see under the door? Is there a gap, bitch?
That's what you should be asking, because that's what you're trying to get at. Just ask me the question.
He did. If there was a gap, he would be able to see under the door.
Okay, so there's no gap. So I can't.
Well, that's not what I'm saying. You cannot see under the door.
Right.
That doesn't mean there's not a gap.
Fucking God.
Could be too small for you to see underneath, but it could be
I
not
have
airtight.
a small head, so technically I'd be able to see it a lot better than most people.
So
Well, I'm
if
telling
if the question is there a gap or not, then why, if you're telling us now, well, if there is a gap, you might not be able to see, isn't the better question, can I see?
I guess if all you're trying to do is see, then sure,
Un-
fine question. But if you happen to have a spell called Gaseous Form that could let you slip through non-airtight seals, then yeah, you could also,
Okay,
it's
but
not
that's
quite airtight.
I don't
He
have the
doesn't though.
cell. Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't have that.
But I'm saying, there's just other
The only one who would have had that would have
depending
been
on the answer.
Alato, and he ran away like a little bitch today.
True, he did. He did. That was weird.
I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna hunt him down and kill Alato. A305 is gonna remember that.
I feel like A305 is bigger fish to fry at this point.
Nope.
Been a missing friend.
No, not a friend. A
Enemy.
traitor. A traitor.
That's the next arc. Once you guys finish killing all the other evil people you're trying to kill.
Alato just is our bad guy now.
But yeah, Alada was the BBEG the whole time. Big bad evil guy.
Yep. I knew it.
Was pulling the strings the whole time. Infiltrating, learning your secrets, relaying the secrets to the enemy. How'd you guys figure it out so well?
You're lucky I didn't have no spell slots.
You're gonna cast Detect Thoughts?
No.
I exhausted.
cast gaseous form. I slip underneath that hole.
Well, listen, I know you guys are gonna try and break out.
I mean, what's the point? There's no point of breaking out. I do want to
I'm a
explore, but I don't have enough
I'm a
spell
good
slots,
little
and my question that I just asked you probably won't allow me to.
Yeah, you cannot see underneath the door, but there is a gap. You just can't see anything underneath. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just too small to see anything.
Okay, smart ass.
Other than maybe light. Like, you can see if there's light on the other side, maybe shadows, but you wouldn't be able to see anybody's feet or anything. Well, that's good information to know,
Like feet.
Trying to give you as much detail as possible,
blood.
and I'm trying to get you to ask more broad questions.
How big's your
I guess
back?
more
Get
specific,
it?
more
Because
specific questions.
it's a broad question because it's broad.
Is
So
this
what,
just a
EJ?
room, or does it have a bathroom,
Hey.
or is it?
EJ, how big are her tits? Get it? Cause it's a broad. Oh.
Got him. Are
So stupid. So
Yeah,
stupid.
I'm not back, but I can answer that question, Dad. It does have amenities, so there is a bathroom per se, a washroom with a way to dispose. It's like running water underneath or whatever. It's not an actual plumbing system, but it's magic and stuff. So yeah, there's a bathroom. with
Are
a
we all
toilet.
back yet?
I'll be back in a minute. Like at my desk,
You-
but I have my mic. So
You
if
had
wanna
10
ask me
fucking
stuff.
minutes.
Okay, I got
It's
things
already
to do.
1:41.
Listen, I'm the DM. I run this shit. Okay, you answer to me.
Yeah,
So you think?
bitch.
If I can't play, none of y'all play.
That's not true.
Gillen knows how to play with himself.
Yeah. Also, while we're on break still, I'm about ready to have somebody else start running D&D for a little bit after we kind of finish the storyline that we're about to that we're not about to finish per se, but like getting to finish. Once we kind of reach a conclusion, I would like to see if anybody else would like to take the reins, maybe run a few
Corin, don't you have
sessions.
a campaign you were thinking about doing?
Yep.
Yeah, we could do that.
I got a bunch of notes. I got like the first session for the most part in the bag.
There you go. Sweet.
Outline for a second session already, but it's not like nothing is like solidified. I would have to do some effort, but yeah.
And then after like we kind of do that for a little bit, and I'm good on a break. I could run Curse of Strahd again, Corwin. We could kind of go back to that, make it different, and have Dad play with us with EJ.
Oh, that would be fun.
Yeah.
Do a Curse of Strahd again, where we're not just fucking
Your call has been
pulled in every direction the whole time.
I think I'm gonna steer away from the chaotic character. I'm gonna be like a goody two shoes. The power of friendship.
The power of friendship unite.
Hey, don't steal that,
Don't cut off that guy's head.
guys.
Don't kill the baby.
Stop.
Oh, jeez.
Don't kill your children by having them jump off a roof.
Oh,
Don't
yeah, that
set
happened
that
a
on
few weeks ago.
fire.
All right.
Oh, guys.
Okay, I'm back.
All right.
And I'm gonna get Chewy.
Did
back
we
inside.
sleep?
Choo choo.
Did
I'll
we
get you up.
sleep?
Come on, buddy.
We want that long
Okay.
rest. We want that long
So
rest.
I know you guys want the long rest. Here's you guys walk in the room. You notice you kind of walk around just to kind of see what's going on. You see the different rooms. Each of you has a room. There's a bathroom, some different other areas. This is a very nice living quarters for multiple people. Yes, she has told you, yes, you can rest here, do whatever you need to do, bathe, eat, drink. What would you guys like to do at this moment? Anything you'd like to talk about or do?
Are we all in the
Adrian
same
Barb's
room?
gonna use
Yes.
his thing so he can craft another silver dagger.
Okay.
I
And
want to look
also,
around
buddy-
to see if there's
Yeah, go ahead.
anybody invisible, or if there. Can we see if there's any like listening devices or anything like that people could be listening in on our conversations?
Yeah, so that's two things. So one, you'll do your see invisibility and walk around, and then you'll need an investigation check to see for listening devices. So
Okay.
your first one, see invisibility. You don't see anybody in the room with you. But listening devices, go ahead and give me an investigation check, please.
I don't see any objects or anything like that.
Correct, nothing invisible.
Okay. Who has a better investigation check than me? I have
I mean, we
plus
can all
0.
look. Right?
I got 0.
Yeah. Can we all look?
Yeah, go ahead
I
and give
have
me a group
a-
investigation.
Passive perception
not
of
bad.
15.
Okay, 18.
I have a
8.
passive perception of 10.
That's also, that's 18. Tordor. You walk around being very thorough, and your military practice and training is getting use here as you are methodical with your searching patterns, what you're looking for, what you're looking under, thinking like the enemy. You don't see anything invisible, but, which is good, you do find a stone hidden in like near the fountain area where there's a lot of kind of greenery and stuff like that. Hidden among the other garden stones, you find one that looks, it's shaped kind of differently and funky, and you recognize it as one pair of ascending stone. And it almost is shaped kind of like a really rough ear. That's how you noticed it.
How big is it?
It's a sending stone. An ascending stone, one you can hold one to your mouth and another to, someone else's ear, and they can hear what you say from very, very long distances, almost like a walkie-talkie, basically.
Or like how big is it?
It's the size of a rock, just it fits in your hand, like a
Like would you say
softball size or bigger, slightly bigger.
Does he show it to us? Do we see it?
Oh, absolutely. I'll show it to you.
And
So
we
is
know
this
what ascending stone is too, right?
Yeah, Tordor does, and he could probably explain that to you. But yeah, so Tordor, you walk up to the group and do what?
so? First of all, is this a one-way thing where only they can hear? We can't hear what somebody else is saying.
No, it usually does work two ways.
Okay. So I kind of tell them, hey, I found this ascending stone. It's kind of a two-way communication, like a walkie-talkie. What I'd like to do is see if we can hear anything on the other side, but I also warn my team to say, hey, let's kind of, watch what we say. Now, let me ask you this. Can I cover it up to where our voices cannot be heard or they're muffled?
Yeah, if you could definitely put it. Do you guys have like a bag of holding?
No.
No. It works the same way like hearing works. So if you put it somewhere where it can't hear or something like that, like
Like
in a bag
underwater
Yeah.
in the fountain?
underwater.
Can I see it
that
real
would
quick?
work.
Yep, I hand it to him.
I start smashing the shit out of it.
You motherfucker.
Wow. Okay. Hold on.
Jesus.
S-
Ow, I hurt my hand doing that.
Am I able to stop him before he fucking smashes it?
Ow.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I need you to. This is an attack. You're gonna hit it. So please roll. Fucking, what would your attack be? I don't know.
Unarmed
Unarmed?
strike.
Unarmed strike. Yeah, give me an unarmed strike attack.
Jesus Christ.
It's gonna be a critical since you have it. So basically, well, you hit because you have it. So it's gonna be your unarmed strike damage, but applied as a critical. So just roll your damage really quick, and I'll tell you what you do. You
My
need to beat a
unarmed is a
threshold.
1, I think.
Oh, it's just 1. Is it not plus your strength?
No, it says just a 1.
Mine
Oh,
says
okay.
a 5. It
Yeah,
doesn't
yours
let
is
me
a
roll.
5, Dad.
Well, yeah, it's something.
So it's a static number based on your strength. So you do 2 damage to it every time you strike it on the ground, and it has to. You have to do 20 damage to break this thing.
Oh my god.
So depending on, you get 2 attacks per turn, so you can do 4 damage in 1 turn. If anybody wants to stop them, they can try.
Well, I definitely want to stop him.
I try and dodge
Okay.
him.
Okay, give me a contested grapple check. So it's gonna be athletics.
Just roll athletics.
It's for athletics, yeah.
Where's athletics in this bitch?
It's at the top.
Oh. I have advantage. Does that count from being grappled?
What do you have advantage?
The small thingy.
Oh yeah, that would count. You still got a shit roll, so
Yeah,
you
yeah.
lose. You're grappled, and Tordor takes the stone away from you.
Oh. Wait, why didn't my thing is fucked up? It keeps rolling with it rolled with disadvantage.
Oh yeah, hold on. What would that actually be? Oh, 10. Still would have lost. So right click it and see why. You can like
It's just
select.
it's showing flat 1 die. I don't know why. It's just I don't know.
Maybe you should clear your cache and reload D&D Beyond. Will probably fix it.
Okay, so I lost it.
So yeah, so you try to jump up for the stone and can't grab it as Tordor holds it above your head. And Tordor, what do you say? What do you do?
Well, first, I shove it under the water
Perfect.
and I say, this is something that we can hear them talking about to see if there's anything we can gain knowledge on what they say. So, stop the fuck what you're doing. And I grab him by the throat and I say, do you understand? Giblin, my child.
I was like, Daddy. Maybe. Maybe.
Okay. So I put my finger to my mouth saying, hush. And I
Alright,
pull it
well,
out and I want to try. God damn it.
No, skip.
I want to try and listen to see if we can hear. Can we all hear it, or can I just put it up to my ear?
You can put it up to your ear, and yeah, that's typically how it works. Excuse me. So you put it up to your ear, and how long do you sit there and listen?
I
Like if
listened
it
for about 5 minutes
about 5
while
minutes.
telling everybody to hush.
Okay.
I just want to see if I can hear anything first. And
Sure.
if I can, then I'll start listening more intently.
At first, you hear nothing, and then you still hear nothing, and then after about 3 minutes of this, and you're about to give up and put it away from your ear, you hear the faintest whisper that you would not be able to hear had this not been right next to your ear, and you hear it. Anything yet? And then a female voice says, "No, it's been quiet recently. I think they've gone to bed. There was a scuffle earlier and a bang, but after that, it's been peaceful." Okay. I'll be back in half an hour to check again. And that's it.
Okay. So I put it back into the water and I tell them what I heard. I said they're definitely listening to us to see if we say anything that could be of interest to them. They said they would listen in again in about half an hour. And then I still kind of listen and have it close to my ear. But I tell everybody, I say, if anything is wished to be said, let me know before anything is said so I can put it back in the water to where they can't hear us.
Okay.
305 gives a nonverbal thumbs up.
You can talk
So I
right
want to put it
now.
back. I want to put it back in the water real quick. So what is everybody's thoughts on what's going on? I feel that they're wanting this mission that we're going on. It seems kind of sinister, but my main goal is to stop Blackthorn from, gaining knowledge and becoming more powerful. But I also don't want to come back with this and give it to them outright. I want to make sure that we do the right thing with this.
Do we have things to write with on us? Because
Yeah.
the water doesn't necessarily lit it so they can't hear us. It muffles us. So unless we're like, we should be writing all our communication. And 8305 just pulls out his things to write with and like suggests it as you start talking, so that way we can communicate that silently.
And here's what I'll also say to make this easier. Like you can go into a different room. You don't have to sit right there next to the water to talk about this. Like there's separate rooms in this place that knowing if you were to put your head underwater and people were talking above you, that's about what they can hear. So if you walk away, they wouldn't be able to hear you at all.
Okay, yeah.
So if it's underwater and we're whispering to each other, they probably wouldn't hear much of anything, especially if there's a fountain splashing onto the water.
Yeah, and thinking about this, Tordor, give me this would be some intelligence check. Is insight intelligence or is it, no, this would be wisdom. Give me an insight check. Or what's your passive insight? 10? Yeah, give me an
Passive
insight check.
insight is 13.
Oh yeah, I was looking at the wrong one. Okay, so this you'd pick up on this then. You would kind of understand that, yeah, putting it under the water is kind of how I described it to you. But also, if they don't hear anything for a while,
They would get curious.
yeah, they would get kind of worried. So
Well, he did hear them say he thinks that we went to sleep.
True.
So even checking in 30 minutes, we probably still.
Yeah.
I just make snoring noises.
So what I'd like to do is, especially since we're going to be trying to get a long rest, could we still get a long rest if we take just me and A305 taking turns listening in on this?
I don't actually sleep. I just go into a fully aware state of hibernation and I can just listen to it all night.
Okay. That way we can definitely get our long rest in, but still, be somewhat ready to hear anything if they start talking, especially since they think we're asleep. They may start talking about things that could be of importance to us.
Nope. Well then let's take our long rest and I'll listen to it all night, and as everyone's fallen asleep and I have it next to my ear, I'll just start singing like soft tavern songs.
And Dad, Tordor has started a conversation about the quest before you put the thing in the water. So that's kind of where you left off. So you want to talk about that? What were you saying?
I say we definitely. I say I
Oh,
do not want to give her the Luxon beacon. Honestly, I don't know
yeah.
about y'all, but she seems pretty evil.
I tell them like I don't care about how I got here. I'll let her think that I want to go back, but I'm here now and this needs to be stopped.
Yeah. And I want to tell everybody, because everybody knows that I was blessed by the spider church, right?
That's just like a regular blessing though, right? That's not
Yeah,
like
but I remember Reed saying something that, something could come of it. So
okay.
my curiosity was to try and get some more information on the religion and, expectations of this religion to see if I can get anything that could be helpful to us to where I can actually act like, I'm more interested. I want to be, more in tune, to either gain their trust or at least gain something to where it could be effective for us.
Yeah.
I say for sure we should try and see if the Lux can help Lasha. I don't know about
I agree with that too.
Yeah.
what about you, A305? Do you agree?
I just said yeah.
Oh, I didn't hear that. But we'll have to agree to what her demands on helping her. But let's see if we can try and also get some goods out of her to help us on our quest. Is obviously that what's his name that she called?
It's like through her quest
That Elder Brain does sound good.
we can accomplish basically all of our goals and just actively want to do the quest, but once we get to the Luxon Beacon, we don't have to give that shit to her.
Yeah, we ain't doing that. And who knows how strong the Elder Brain is, so that's why I say we should ask for stuff too. To help us with that council. Is this to go ahead to go help retrieve it?
Yeah. Let's get some loot.
I think we go to bed now.
Okay. All right. You guys make your you guys go back to your own rooms and take your long rest. Is there anything specific you wanted to do during rest or before rest? Anybody?
Do we take the thing out of the water, right? We're just
At
gonna
this,
sit.
if
Actually,
we're
gonna
taking
sit down.
a long rest, I'll hold it next to my ear all night.
Can you hear the whirring of his mechanical parts while?
I'm gonna sing fucking tavern songs to you guys as you sleep softly so they hear something.
Okay. Alrighty. You guys take your long rest and A305, you have this thing next to your ear pretty much the entire time. You really don't hear much at first. It's general, kind of like the first conversation, like just status updates coming back and forth. Not much to report. You understand now that there's always someone in the room with this other stone listening, and someone is periodically coming for status reports. But then they do get talking a little bit after a few hours of this back and forth, and they stay in the room. Um, and at first, it's just innocuous conversation, like you know, crazy stuff about the reports out in the tunnels, the deep gnomes causing trouble. They call them Snurf Neblin. And there's a bunch of racist derogatory terms they use for Snurf Neblin that I won't repeat, but they go on a bit of a racist tirade against gnomes, and then they begin to talk about you guys, the prisoners. kind of the interesting different facets of your the rumors around you guys, what you've been doing, and the things that they've heard but haven't been verified. You get the sense that these are really just kind of these guys that are listening aren't like matron mothers or anything like that. They're kind of grunts that have been told to do this and report back with information. So you don't know who these people are, but it's just, you know, the run of the mill person in the tier Bresh, right? But anyways, they start talking about you. And then the conversation shifts to you. Specifically, they talk about, you know, people know what Warforged are. They start talking about what are their plans? How did they get here? I've never seen a live one before. There have been rumors of their, you know, abilities and what they are. Um, they start talking about how there's been a heavier Illithid presence in the city recently, and it's making people uncomfortable. You know, Illithids used to be banned in the city, and now they're just kind of commonplace, which is concerning. They don't know kind of what's going on. Talking about just the general unease in the city and the dangers, and you know the kind of some heresy talk about like you know Lolth and is she you know no one's seen her in hundreds of years. You know, is she even still you know around? Is she still a god? Different conversation, kind of like that. Um, and that's kind of what you glean from the conversation they have back and forth.
Gotcha. So nothing like of super significance.
Yeah, nothing too crazy. But as you guys wake up, you guys can go ahead and give yourselves a long rest. Um, and you guys make your way back into the center of the main room. And A305, something that you know kind of has been bothering you since that operation is there've been some weird clicks and whirs that you haven't felt before, like in your head, but also in your chest and your thorax area, your torso area. And it's kind of coming to head right now as you begin to feel this kind of pain in your chest. Um, and then you feel a warm glowing, and the rest of you guys, as you're kind of waking up and going about your morning routine, you see him kind of hunching over and begin to kind of creak and puts his hand on his out to steady himself as he begins to glow with this purple, sickly black purple glow.
Oh,
Can I try casting mending on him?
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'm gonna do
Um,
that.
you cast mending, and unlike before, when you felt the pieces of the lab beaker come back together, and you felt this satisfaction as the spell completed, you feel this disappointment and this sense of longing as the spell fails and you're not able to mend anything. Um,
um,
so I'm gonna
do I
keep
have any
going.
kind of insight on what this might be?
Great question. Go ahead and give me. This is a insight check with advantage because it's your own body.
Oh yeah, brother.
I also
Got a
want to take the stone and kind of put it under the water next to where the fountain is kind of splashing on top of it, so it can kind of
Okay,
muffle anything that we start saying.
absolutely. A 26. Something was revealed to you back when these memories were uh, brought back into your circuits just yesterday, last night before you rested. That first memory you had of your of opening your eyes and seeing the beacon is the very first memory you have ever of opening your eyes. Um, and you know that you were created with the power of the beacon. And you know there are many different powers within the beacon. There's time magic, soul magic, there's destruction magic within it as well. You're not sure exactly how that came together to create you, but all those types of abilities exist in you. And what you feel right now are different aspects of what feels like you just innately feel it as like the how you pronounce it, chronergy, basically time or of time. This chronergy reactors inside of you are shifting now that things have been unlocked and repaired inside of you, and all of a sudden you feel this power burst out of your chest, and you see in front of you opens like a portal almost. Kind of almost similar to what you guys saw whenever you saw his memories, but this is a full-sized portal, and at first it's gray and splotchy, and then it fades into existence a little bit more, and you see yourselves in this room as you were yesterday, walking into the door, discussing a few things, and then it shifts to something else. It's this room, but the other day, and you see people coming in here and organizing it and cleaning it and putting it together. And then it shifts again, and you see the room as it was few hundred years ago, black, dusty. No one's been in it for ages, and it shifts again.
Can I try to lock in on the shifting?
Yes, give me an Arcana check. Or yes, yeah, a 9. As you try to concentrate on this power that's coming from you, it escapes you as it shifts once and twice, and then the most recent time it shifts, you think back to all your different memories as they come rushing through you now, and you see the town square as it was a week ago, people walking through it, not a care in the world, no one's there except the people of the town, and then you see it again as it shifts and it's deserted, and you see yourselves as you were less than a week ago coming into the town square. But something's a little bit different. Your armor that Tordor is wearing, or sorry, Tordor's scales here are not red, but they're a dark green. And Giblin is a girl. And there's a few other things that are just off as it shifts one more time and it shows that town square as it was just moments later in the middle of a fight, as you see Giblin, female Giblin, on the ground, splayed out in the alleyway with the Luxon beacon right next to him. And you guys all pause as you all see this.
Can I do something?
Yes, you can.
Can I vortex warp that beacon to me?
Yes, you can.
I try to do it.
As cast Vortex Warp. And send me the spell real quick one more time. Ooh. It says creature. But as this shifts to this scene, Corwin or A305 kind of feels it lock as it stabilizes, and you're kind of just sat there paralyzed as the scene begins to start to unfold as it was just the other day when you guys had this fight. And you know what's about to happen.
Do I have enough speed to run into that and grab it and come back?
Let's roll initiative.
Oh,
Because
man, I
yes,
thought I was
I
going
could-
to roll my.
I can vortex warp you.
Athletics.
I can vortex you warp out of it. That I can do if someone wants to grab it.
Okay, 9, 3,
What the
13.
hell is wrong with my?
That's okay. That's fine. Yes. So Tordor, you're up first. The portal in front of you is feet from you, like less than 5 feet away. But the distance from the portal to the other beacon and female Giblin is about 45 feet away, as you are kind of far in the back alley. You know what? Let me just show you. Let me get the map from last time back.
Because I have +7 athletics, I could jump farther than normal.
That's true. Yeah, let's.
Or you could use your action just to do a dash.
Dash. Yeah,
Oh, this isn't the right map.
double dash.
Shouldn't take an action just to grab something. Or I don't know. I mean, maybe the DM will be a dick.
All right. Let's put everything back the way it was, shall we?
Yeah, put it in.
So Giblin, you're here. Tordor, I think you were. I can't remember where you were. I think over here.
Yeah, I was. Actually, I think it was right here.
Oh, down here. I think so
Yep.
too. Alada was over here. Vasha was over here. And do you remember where you were, Corwin? A305?
No.
Was this after the battle?
This is still during the battle, so I'm actually going to get
Okay.
another token out here.
I think I was like kind of right there where I am.
Because wasn't
Okay,
my
yeah, I think
father
so,
like
too.
up here or something?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I think so. And Lord Blackthorn right here was a few places, but I think one was up here. You had just taken the beacon from him, Giblin, and it
Mhm.
fell down next to you. And so you guys are. We got to duplicate your things here. How do I copy?
And make Giblin a girl.
Yeah,
I
I don't
knew
know
it.
how I'm gonna do that.
I knew he was my bitch.
What the hell?
Oh, I can't get more than one copy of you guys out here, so I'm gonna have to give you guys other tokens. All right. Giblin, you're gonna get the G. Tordor, you're gonna get the T. Well, I said you guys were 45 feet away, right?
Yeah.
So that puts you right next to Alato, actually. Yep. How funny. Giblin and A305. You're well. The portal is right here, right behind Alato. So the way you guys would be arranged would be kind of behind him, like this. Oh, yep. This is probably what I'm saying. And the portal. I'll get the drawing out here. Sorry, folks.
You,
Be
you
right
never
here.
expected much.
Yeah, I know.
You would have put Alato as a O, we'd have goat.
Yeah. All right. There you go. So top of the round is Tordor, and at the end of the round, everything will shift based on what you can or cannot accomplish. What are you doing, Tordor?
I tell him, can I tell him real quick? Just grab it and I got you.
Yeah. So how quickly can I go with my athletics?
So your jump speed is a separate thing than athletics. Let me look it up. Oh, jeez, jump distance. Here we go. Jumping's always confusing. So you could take your speed and dash. That would be your action to dash. That would get you like 60 feet or 70 feet or something. I'm looking at jumps. It's confusing. Oh, this is a forum. What is your strength score, Tordor?
+4. 19 plus 4.
Thank you. It says with the running start, 10 feet of movement, you can jump 20 feet horizontally. But I don't think that's going to get you any further. Yeah, I don't think that's. If you were jumping like maybe from bridge to bridge or something, you could jump the gap. But jumping isn't going to be any faster than taking your run. Sorry, taking your speed and then doing a dash on as your action.
Okay. So if I did a dash, I can get there pretty much because of what, 60 feet?
Yeah, you could get there. And you can, I think, pick up a item as part of like your on your turn.
So 60 feet will
interaction.
get me right next to the beacon.
Uh-huh.
So I want to grab the beacon. And I want to try and so that would be an action, right?
Your action will be to dash, and then as part of your action, you can interact with an object, which is picking up the beacon.
Right.
Yep.
Is it on the ground or does Girl Ghibli have it?
I think you had dropped it, and so
Yeah.
you had to pick it up on your turn, which hasn't happened yet. So it's on the ground at the moment. Oh, great. That's your turn, I think.
So do I not get a? Okay.
What's your question?
Well, I was thinking about either doing Misty Step or Find Steed, but
Oh, if any, that's a bonus action, yeah.
I don't know if it is. I don't think it is. Let me look here. Misty Step is a bonus action.
There you go.
So it says up to. Pull it into the chat here. So 30 feet.
Okay, so you can teleport 30 feet.
Yeah.
All right, so that would get you like.
So I want to try and get behind somewhere in here to where Blackthorn can't see me.
Okay. Right there.
Yep.
All right, Giblin, you're next.
I vortex warp to us.
Can he pull me back?
I vortex warp him to me.
Yep, easy enough. Whoop, whoop. And you guys are brought back on the other side of the portal. And immediately, as you bring Tordor over, the Luxon beacon, which is in both of his hands, it looks slightly different. Also, the gold is actually silver. It is still a deep purple, but it looks just a bit different than the one you saw last time. It begins to shake. And A305, do you keep the portal up anymore, or do you try to turn it off?
We're on the other side now, back where we were.
You are.
I'm going to slowly close the portal.
Like within this round, or you want to keep it open for one more round?
This round.
You're gonna close it this round?
We're all through it, right?
Can I say real quick to 805? I say we should put this inside you. No homo. Because obviously you're filled with immense power. I don't think we should have it out here in the open.
Deal. I close the portal, and then I take the Luxon beacon, and I
You
put it inside me.
Okay, easier said than done. So
Also, real quick, while I hand it to him, because I'm just gonna give it to him, can I mage hand the thing into the water again?
Slap a lotto in the face as well on our way out.
I think
Right.
it was in the water. Someone
Yeah, I
in the
already put
water.
it in the water
Okay,
where
okay,
the
cool.
the fountain's
Yeah.
splashing on top of it, making a lot of noise.
Okay, my bad.
Can
Okay.
I infuse the Luxon beacon into my armor?
Well, yes-ish. We'll try. We'll try. Here's what we're gonna do.
Right.
That's a weird question. You are going to, as it begins to shake, you attempt to use your abilities to fuse it into yourself. As you do this, part of it is looking at the item, and you feel yourself drawn into it, and it's drawing you into it as you kind of feel yourself begin to tunnel vision, and the abyss of stars you see within the beacon kind of take over.
Before I lose myself fully, I tell them to touch onto me and channel as much of yourself as you can into this.
You feel the energy at the beacon pulling you further and further in, but it's not invasive. It's welcoming, it's invitational, and it's allowing you an option. Do you go further into the beacon? Do you look further deeper?
Yes.
Is it all of us or just him?
It's just him.
Yes, I look further.
Okay, I give
As
him.
you guys
I
give him
feel that he
guidance.
would.
you give him guidance, okay,
Yeah, I give him
absolutely.
guidance.
You give him guidance and you guys brace him as you feel him physically being dragged. The beacon is dragging you guys closer to it as you invite yourself into it, and you feel it overtake you. Your vision is completely surrounded now as you look up and around. As you guys don't see him looking up and around, but now Corwin A305 is in this vast expanse of purple blackness, the inky space of the abyss. You're not sure exactly where you are, but you see stars dotting everywhere, and you see them kind of begin to circle and form, and these different motes of light begin to kind of circle around you, inviting you in further as one sets right in front of you, and you see this whiteness, and it's inviting you in further. Do you let yourself in?
I let myself in.
As you open yourself up to this mote of white energy, light shines now all around you, and you are just in a blank expanse of nothing, of pure white. And then you begin to see. You begin to see a line glowing in the horizon as you approach it closer. and you can feel yourself drifting toward it as you see this line expand across the horizon of everything you see it touches. Different strands branching off from it, some withering and dying, others blossoming into other branches. But at the core, this one pipeline of light. And you look at it and you see glimpses of everything, of yourself, of different versions of you, of your family or your friends here, different timelines that decisions that branched into different existences. And you see all the possibilities of everything that could happen and everything that has happened and will happen. And you feel yourself glow as you are now granted a temporary boon of a mote of possibility as you see the different possibilities around you. And a voice says, oh, what does it say to you? It's unique for every person, and you're so different.
Okay.
Within you are the possibilities of the universe. It's a woman's voice as it says this to you, and you are drawn back out and out and out and back into your own body as you pull the beacon away from you, and you feel this mote of possibility inside of you. And now, anytime you roll any sort of d20 roll and you don't like the outcome, you can decide to re-roll instead and take the new roll. And you can do this once per long rest.
What? Yes. Is the beacon fused into my body now?
It is not, but you feel something else now as the voice you just heard. More visions flash in front of you, different places that you've seen in your memories that you've now unlocked, places in the Underdark that you've been, places that people have told to you, different spots in the Empire and in Xhorhas from your discussions with your allies and your friends. And the beacon begins to shake, and you realize it's unstable. And you hear a voice inside of your head, and it says, "Where?"
I think back to the beacon and I ask it if this is unfamiliar.
You ask it if this is unfamiliar.
Yeah.
Okay. It doesn't answer you in words per se, but images flash in your mind of uh, a very short future of this beacon exploding. And that's what it's trying to tell you. So it asks again, where?
I think to the timeline that I just saw and I pinpoint exactly where.
You feel this thing almost like confirming, like, do you want me to take you there? It's asking like, where do you want it to take you?
Hmm. Hmm.
As
And
it
it's
as it's flashing different images of places that you've been to, places that you've seen and heard of in your own like little universe or timeline, and it's asking you where.
I
You
want it to take me to where we will have the beacon and it won't explode.
okay? In your mind, you gather the images that you've been told about of the silent reliquary, and you imagine the place deep down in the Underdark where people have described it to you, where it is, um, kind of different things you've heard about. And all of a sudden, all of you see a bright flash of white as your vision is blinded, and you hear almost like an explosion, and then silence as your vision adjusts and you look around you, and you're back in the caverns of the Underdark, deep within it. As you see around you, the walls are spongy and almost dripping blood. As you see skulls and different skeleton pieces of bone all around you, and these macabre uh, motifs that are splayed out on the walls. And you look around and you see all three of you standing there as you were. And in A305, your hands burn as you let go of nothing, as the beacon has disappeared and dropped you here
So we're
in the
all there
heart
now?
of the Silent Reliquary. That is correct.
Where the hell was that?
Surprise!
The hell?
Oh. Boys, I've taken us to where we will get the beacon.
What the fuck does that mean?
That one was unstable. It was not going to last. That was our door in to
What's-
having what we need.
Do we know what the Silent Reliquary is?
We know it's deep in the underground.
That's the
Underdark?
place. That's the place, EJ, where you guys were told like Lord Blackthorn is going to the Silent Reliquary.
my God.
That's kind of where his base of operations was, but nobody knew where it was. If you go there, like you never come back. The matron mother even said like she had given him instructions on how to get there.
That's where the Elder
Yeah.
Brain is, right?
That's where the Elder
Oh,
Brain
my
is.
fucking
Oh
God.
my god.
Well, we skipped a step.
Did we? Where was I supposed to take us?
Who vortex warped me? So fucking.
It's like that was what we were supposed to do, right? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, there was. I didn't really. Honestly, I didn't think you would pick there, but goodest place
What?
of any. I
What?
would-
Where was the where did you think I was gonna pick?
I thought you might pick somewhere like above ground or in the Kryn dynasty or out of there or in Vash's like chambers or somewhere in
We'll be
the
fine. We'll be fine.
city.
We'll be fine.
But this is better.
Well, wasn't our goal this like the leading mission this whole time was to get the fucking
Mhm.
thing back?
Yeah, no, this is better.
This-
Yep. We didn't have to go through the trouble of battling our way into this because it would have been a long journey to get to where we're supposed to be at. So are we? Do we know if we're here before Lord Blackthorn or?
You have no idea
no fucking
where or
clue.
when you are.
or win? Well, so I told it to put me on the timeline where we would have this. So is it in front of us? Like
No.
we have it now.
No, you said where we could get it where it wouldn't explode or something.
Where we would have it and it wouldn't explode.
Well, it put you here. There's no beacon in front of you.
Fuck. All right. And would I know where it is within this place now?
So
You-
let me ask you this question.
Well, let me
So
answer,
we
let me
went-
answer A305's question really
Okay.
quick, Tordor, and then I will get to that. Tordor, or sorry, A305, you close your eyes as your hands kind of burn, and you feel your circuitry kind of like cooling down, but there's a thrum inside of you that you almost like if you were to close your eyes and imagine a blankness, a blackness, there's like a tether, a faint purple tether that's tethering you to something else. And you feel just the general vibe. That's a horrible word to describe it, but that's the only word coming to my mind right now of where that tether is drawing you towards and a direction.
Can I feel what the tether is, or it's just a
Is it-
tether I
Is
feel?
it kind of like
Yeah.
a mental pull or something?
Yeah, it's a mental pull, and the feeling at the end of it is familiar, but different from the beacon you just held in your hand.
But different.
Yeah.
Okay, but familiar.
Correct.
So it's this realm's version. Okay. And I tell them exactly, all right, I don't know what this feeling is, but I'm pretty sure this is the beacon. And if you follow me, I think I can get us there.
So the battle scene that we were at, where Blackthorn got the Luxon beacon again and left, now he doesn't even have it. Would that be a fair statement?
So I'd like your character to give me either an insight check or an intelligence check. Probably insight.
Yep.
12. As that scene unfolded in front of you, you saw that in that portal that things were nearly identical, but not quite, right?
How's it going?
Your scales
Hey,
were
how you
green.
doing?
Yep.
Giblin
Good, you?
was,
Good,
I don't know
man.
what the version's
Ah.
girl named Giblin is, but
I
Giblin was a
find
woman,
these
like a girl goblin.
So we were kind of seeing like an alternate reality.
Exactly. So maybe that version of Blackthorn doesn't have it, or maybe he does now. Maybe it went back right to that moment. You don't really quite know. But you know that Lord Blackthorn is probably not the same Lord Blackthorn.
Okay.
So, as you guys look around at each other, seeing blood seemingly drip from the walls, that's where we're going to end today's session. But we can continue to talk about the ramifications and what happened and what's going to happen as your
What?
characters.
No.
I mean, I'm always down to get in the shit, so I'm actually excited for this.
I am too,
Yeah.
actually.
Fuck that council on the permission.
Yeah, I wish I was a fly on the wall when they go back to that room and we're no longer there. Hopefully, the putting that stone underneath the water against the fountain, kind of muffled enough to where they don't have a a clear understanding what actually happened.
Well, everything was in his mind, wasn't it?
This is true.
A
Except
lot
for
of
the
it, yeah.
portal.
Yeah. They might have heard something.
Yeah, the portal and the teleportation happened like for real.
This is exciting as hell.
Yeah, I like fighting, so I'm excited getting this shit.
Yeah, I got a lot to prepare for you guys for next time we meet. I really that honestly kind of took me by surprise.
I didn't
about-
know where to put us.
I thought what I thought you said it was like where you wanted to explode because obviously something was gonna happen to it, so that's why I thought it was gonna happen.
Okay. Yeah, I interpreted your statement almost like you cast a wish spell, and so it depends kind of on what you say and the limitations of what that thing can do. But you said like put us somewhere where we are going to have the beacon or have the beacon
Have
and
the
it's
beacon and
have
it
the beacon
won't
and
explode.
it won't explode. So it maybe put you where you can get to that point. But
So the
you have
beacon that
to
we had is no longer there, right? It kind of disappeared.
right. And the reason is you kind of have to make your own choices and make your own future and get there. There's a lot of timelines where you could or couldn't have it. So this is putting you on a path that is the most likely chance for you to have the beacon. But at the end of the day, this is a
Maybe
critical
we'll
moment
see
in the
Spider-Man
timeline.
in the multiverse.
Maybe. You don't know.
Yeah, this is crazy. All right, cool.
So what did you think was going to happen, Reed, if he chose something different?
I honestly
Like-
thought you were going to choose to go into Vash's cell and then maybe kind of start a breakout from there.
Oh my god, we forgot about
Or-
Vasha.
Yeah,
Oh,
she's
thought you
I
might-
didn't.
I
was-
thought you might decide to go to the Kryn dynasty, something like that.
Mhm.
Or I don't know, like out. You kind of had heard about where Blackthorn was headed, so I thought you would just teleport out of the city somewhere, or to Blindenstone was also another place. I thought, there's a lot of different areas. I was like, okay, they could probably, see the benefit of going into any of these places. I didn't
I didn't even think about Blingdenstone.
I didn't think you guys were gonna teleport or get yourself to teleport to Silent Reliquary.
So does that mean he can activate the powers of the Lux Beacon?
There
Probably.
are a lot of unknowns.
'Cause how the hell did he do that?
Seemingly.
Oh yeah, seemingly it's yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, there's a lot of unknowns with your abilities, Corwin, and how they connect to the beacon. But you've learned a lot about your character, your biological makeup, and how you came to be. So you are connected intrinsically to that device or to that relic.
It just gave me a reroll on any roll I want.
Yeah, once per day.
Use it wisely.
That's wild.
So nothing. We weren't affected by anything. We were just kind of along for the ride, basically, right?
Um, for now, you don't appear to be, and any immediate changes have occurred that you have noticed. But maybe not. I'll give you my classic DM vague answer, both a half answer and a half question. Depends. We'll see. Possibly. Who knows? Who's to say?
I was gonna ask. I forgot what I was gonna ask you. I can't think right now. I was gonna ask you a question, but I cannot remember what it was.
That's okay. I was gonna ask you guys. First of all, we kind of can do like MVP and highlights, but I just wanted to ask you guys generally, how was that session, and what are you guys thinking next steps now because of the implications?
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was the drugs, but I took a lot better notes.
Column a little bit column A, a little bit column B.
Yeah, I actually took a good amount of notes, but that's because I was like, it's even more. It seemed not more interesting, but like I was like, oh shit, okay, this chick is crazy. Because at one, she's a drow. Two, she likes they support an evil god. So everybody that wants the Luxon obviously is bad. That knows about it is bad at this point.
I'm just glad we got a long rest and we're now prepared with everything
And
at
you
our
left
disposal.
your dad, so now she's gonna hold him hostage, Tordor.
I thought Dad was with us.
No, he went to get medical care.
No, he
Ah,
got.
fuck.
Mm-mm.
I just
Just
thought
you
about that. So
God damn it.
we gotta figure something out. We gotta figure something out.
Well, here's the thought. Once we own the Luxon beacon, we just go right back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but she's gonna want it.
Well, we could teleport just like we did and just grab them because with your thing, you can pull them in, right? With your spell.
We'll
Uh,
see.
I don't know if it's actually like a spell, but I can do that, I think. Yeah.
I think it's more of a. This is a feeling. This is what I want to do, and hopefully, it's maybe there might be some checks involved.
Yeah.
Because if Giblin uses the vortex warp, because he can actually pull a creature, he just couldn't pull the Luxon beacon, which is why I had to go run and get it.
Yeah, and you were the only one that stepped inside the alternate timeline. I wonder what that's gonna do to you.
Oh
don't know.
my god! Really?
Really, Reed.
Read it. Read.
Really, Reed.
My name's Corwin. I'm a pussy. Really read.
Well, I think I'll give my MVP to Corin because it seemed like the story was